Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Crested Geckos, coming to you guys with yet another video. In this video, we're going to address a couple questions that we received, as well as show off a few, I guess you can call limited edition things that we have as far as merchandising. Number one, someone's asking what's up next for us. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we've been shooting to do Tinley every single time in ARBC. So that's what's up next for us. Within the next 2 weeks, we'll be in Chicago area doing Tinley. Super exciting venue. We always label it as the Super Bowl of shows to us. It's a major platform, very professional. Breeders as well as the venue. It's just an amazing setting, and I don't think it's like any other expo in the world. So that's pretty much what's up next for us. Also, we were asked on 2 different breeders, what's going on with certain breeders. We try to reach out to all of our friends and our associates in the industry. We always are willing to help anyone and everyone. The one thing we don't involve ourselves in is any type of drama. So if we can help a situation, then we'll inject ourselves into that situation per person to person to try to assist any way we can. Outside of that, we don't do any he says, she says stuff. We just want to avoid all drama. So we tend to end up being some of the last people to kind of find out any information or allegedly any information. So a lot of things we don't know of or aren't aware of. Plus, we are literally overwhelmed with the amount of work that we have to do here at Flawless, as well as, we're parents, we have 4 kids, and we make it a real, like a family event. I mean, with work schedules, the whole 9 yards, we have a large collection that, we look over. We only have 1 external employee. It's just all kinds of logistics things going on, and we take, the keeping side very serious, and we enjoy it, but we also take the business side very serious, and we try to force it down that direction to make sure that we can try our best to try to ensure success. Another question that we ended up getting from a potential keeper, a new keeper: how do you map out your projects? How do you get involved in Crested Geckos when you look into it, you love the animals, and you're like, okay, cool, I want to get 1 or 2, but you look at the market, and sometimes you may even look at some of the riffraff that go on in some of the groups where some people have like underlying circumstances where you have a personal vendetta against someone else, and outsiders just looking to get into the industry are reading these things, and we're subjecting a lot of our personal things going on to people that have nothing to do with the situation, and it turns people off that are anti-drama. For those people, I would say still, get your 1 or 2 geckos, enjoy the animal, enjoy the species. Just because you keep in a crested gecko does not mean that you need to become a breeder. Go down our rabbit hole, binge watch our videos. We try to put it out there as transparent as possible, but there is a thing called the market. There is a thing being the industry. There's a thing being a hobby or hobbyist. And all these things, you don't have to necessarily categorize yourselves. When we started a little over 9 years ago now, we did have primary jobs. We were in law enforcement. We did, spend a lot of our, money pretty much into the enjoyment of purchasing animals. We like to open up their enclosures and see. That's how the passion started. I believe that's where the passion needs to start. You should not go into it and say, okay, cool, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna have babies, and I'm gonna make money off of that, because that's not generally how it works. I guess to the naked eye, it should work that way, but it's not. There's a lot more planning. There's a lot more obstacles going in that journey, because it is a journey, but once you decide to be a keeper, just enjoy the animal, enjoy what you see, enjoy the Crested Gecko's goofiness. it's an overall enjoyment of the species itself. Are you guys needing some assistance with your crested gecko breeding programs? Well, check out our Patreon. We've been running it here now for pretty much close to 2 years. Everyone's been extremely excited. We keep adding new perks every time you guys turn around. We give away exantics, we give away high whites, we give away lily whites. We actually upgraded this year to we're giving away over 12 geckos every single year. That averages out to at least a gecko a month, and we've been doing over that. So you are not going to want to miss becoming a part of the Flawless Crested Geckos Patreon family. There's 2 tiers. There's a $50 tier and there's a $100 tier. You get all your funds back in the form of Flawless Crested Gecko savings account. You can take advantage of having 5% additional off by being a Patreon member, as well as having year-round free shipping. You guys are not going to want to miss this, so go head over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Geckos itself. Once you've kind of got that under wraps and you want to venture off into the breeding side, it's okay to do so. You can also breed at a small scale. You don't have to do it at such a large scale. You don't have to necessarily breed what everybody else wants. That's also the other side of the exciting part. I can pretty much guarantee you this. No matter how small a project may be or how large a project is, there's going to be someone else out there very, very interested in what you're interested in. So try not to make your feelings or your views gravitate to what's popular, because if you've been here for some time, you'll see that maybe what's popular now will not be popular in 2-3 years. And then some people want to kind of lay a blanket out and cover, majority of the projects. We cover a lot of different projects. The thing about the way we approach it, we want to make sure that we're seriously trying to progress the projects in the direction we want to go in. Doesn't mean that we're going to be at the forefront of these projects, but that's also going to mean we're chasing our own path. Another thing about having larger collections, that doesn't always mean you're going to generate sales every bit of the time. So you need to be mindful of that. And, when we're producing our clutches, our eggs, year after year after year, you should evaluate yourself every year. Are you limited on space? We were at one point before we built the facility. Now we're not limited on space. We have a drop schedule where every few months, every couple months, we could drop a certain amount of geckos. If we needed to drop more, we could drop more. We have so many special requests coming through via email to cater to our following, whoever likes us, whoever wants to, work with Flawless. We try to make ourselves readily available for everyone. That being said, we can kind of pick and choose certain projects to kind of go down. So hopefully that all covers that. Every person that has a crested gecko doesn't have to become a breeder. Even if you have a high end or low end, it doesn't matter. You can generally enjoy the species. Other thing, so as far as merchandise as well, we still do have our bags. So if you followed us for a while, you'll probably remember these double-sided bags. It's black on one side with FCG and white on the other side with our OG Flawless Crested Geckos logo on them. I believe we're down to right at about 50. We never made a large supply order of these. It was always a limited edition amount. We never pushed them super hard, but the bag is super durable. We may be making some changes, so we may be ordering a different style of bag when it comes to these nylon bags. They're super strong. They can carry a lot. There's actually a little zipper on the side if you want to store something small. Really enjoy these drawstring bags, and they're really cool. So we're putting it out there. Hit us up if you guys are looking for these bags, but we've gotten questions. Some of the shows that we've done, we haven't brought them with us because, again, we literally have 50 bags left. I want to say we had at the start 500 or so bags. We didn't get very many, but we sold the majority of them. And if you would like them, hit us up. We have them readily available. Those bags are 25 bucks. You can hit us up here. You can hit us up on Instagram. You can hit us up via email, and we can get them shipped out to you. We'll also bring the remainder of them with us to Tinley as well. Again, if you're thinking about these bags, you are going to want to hit us up because they are not going to last. We've had them for a while, and then we stopped really marketing them and let them kind of sell themselves, and we're literally down to 50 or maybe less than 50 left. So they may not even make it the 2 weeks into Tinley. So that's on the merchandising. So those were limited edition. The hats were extremely limited edition, flawless built. I believe we have maybe 4 or 5 hats left. We never really sold them. We kind of did them on giveaways here and there. We are having another giveaway after Tinley, which is going to be major. So you're going to want to go over there to Patreon and see what we got going on there. I think I'm covering everything. We'll be in Tinley in less than 2 weeks. We got the bag still, but we're running out of stock. Hats are limited edition. Spoke about in kind of brief detail on breeding projects, how to find your passion, whether or not to become a breeder, whether or not to become a keeper. The thing as a breeder, we need to understand is without the customers that have the passion to keep pets, there's no point to become a breeder. It's really cool to have a bunch of different breeders purchasing from us, but generally speaking, you cannot be truly successful at breeding and selling and doing all these different, avenues if you don't have those individual single gecko purchases from enthusiasts, hobbyists, people who just enjoy the species. So we all need to remember that. Anyway, it's Will, Flawless Crested Geckos, and we out.